Hi, everybody. Welcome to More Books with B. Sharice. I'm your host, B. Sharice Moore. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you from all my new subscribers, many of which are my students who found out I had a channel, but that's cool. So, hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And thank you for those of you who check me out every week. I truly appreciate you. And I'm just going to jump right into it. This is a short one, okay? And it's a short one because it's an ebook. And because it's an ebook, I don't have a physical copy. All right. So I've been doing these Black History Month weekly recommendations. And this is my second book for the week. Okay. So this is a picture book. I haven't done a picture book in a while. I thought it might be cool to do a picture book. And the picture book was actually offered for free on Kindle a few weeks ago. So I don't think it still is offered for free, but I thought that it would be a great thing to promote on the show. I found out about it on via a Facebook group that I'm a part of, which is African American authors of children's books. Okay, so the book is called B is for Breathe, and it is by Dr. Melissa Monroe Boyd. Dr. Melissa Monroe Boyd. And I'm going to have more information about Dr. Boyd in the description section below the video. So make sure that you look out for that. So B is for Breathe is a book, and it's called The ABCs of Coping with Fussy and Frustrating Feelings. The ABCs of Coping with Fussy and Frustrating Feelings. So I have a toddler. Okay, I've told you that before, and I think this is probably going to be perfect for him. I have not read it to him just yet, because it's an ebook, and I'm kind of like want to be stingy with his screen time, to be quite honest. But I plan on getting the physical book at some point so that I can share it with him because he has his little meltdowns, and I have to sit with him and talk to him. And I think B is for Breathe would be a great way to calm him down and to get more in touch with his feelings. So when B is for Breathe, Dr. Boyd, who was also a clinical psychologist, pretty much uses the book as like a tutorial on how to cope when you're frustrated. So, for example, B is for breathe. You take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. D is for dance. You do a little dance. L is for listening to music. All right, you listen to your favorite song, you relax a little. Y is for yoga. And when I saw Y is for yoga, I really chuckled because I try to do yoga like a couple times a week, and I usually try to do it with while my son is asleep. But sometimes he wakes up and he catches me downstairs doing some exercising. And you should have seen him the other day trying to do the downward dog with me. It was the cutest little thing ever. So that reminded me of my son. The Y is for yoga. So B is for breathe. I highly recommend it for your children. I don't think our children are doing enough meditation. They're not sitting with their feelings enough. And I don't think as adults, enough of us are doing what we can to be sure we create safe spaces for our children to be frustrated, but also to recover from that frustration and to deal with it in healthy ways. And B is for Breathe does that. Okay. It is a picture book. It's filled with illustrations. All the children are from diverse backgrounds. I love that about the illustrations. And it's just a very engaging book. It's cute, but again, it's also therapeutic and it's helpful. It's a tutorial. All right. B is for Breathe, and it's by Dr. Monroe Boyd. Dr. Monroe Boyd. Okay. So please support Dr. Boyd. Think about sharing B is for Breathe with those of you who have students between the ages of, she says 4 and 10. That's the recommended audience. But I'm going to share it with my son who turns 3 at the end of this month. So I'm going to be sharing it with him too. So share it far and wide. Encourage your children and your students to do a little bit of meditation. I know last year with my eighth graders, they were really rambunctious. And like I used to see them after lunch, and we would literally, for a minute, I would play like calming music, and we would just sit in silence because they had to come down, off that adrenaline rush that is, being in the lunchroom with all of the things that are happening in the room. So I would do that with them. I haven't done that this year, not in that way. We've done some like meditation Monday stuff on Mondays, and I've actually gotten away from that. But mindfulness is something that is key. And I'm also going to share another book by another author within the next few weeks about mindfulness. But it's extremely important for us to encourage our students to sit, to think before they speak, to think before they act, to talk out their feelings. And it's also important for us to let them know that it's okay to be frustrated. It's only human to be frustrated. But there are healthy ways and there are unhealthy ways to deal with that frustration. And I think B is for Breathe is a fantastic book just to start with our younger children. Start with those conversations, and then we can have more complex, conversations with more layers later on down the line. So please support B is for Breathe. I apologize for not having the physical copy. It feels so weird not having it because, I always hold it up. But again, I have the ebook copy, and I read it on my on Kindle for free, and I just felt like it was a fantastic book and a necessary one, especially because so many of our children are dealing with trauma, and they need an outlet. They need a healthy outlet as a means for dealing with it. Okay, so please support Dr. Monroe Boyd. I will have her information in the description section. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And I will see you all next week. All right. B is for breathe. Make sure you're breathing too. Okay. This is not just for kids. All right. Take care.